So we back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with this season 5 video going over the best animations in the game. We're gonna go over the new season rewards, we're gonna go over the new season animations, but for the most part we're gonna give y'all all the best animations, whether you're a guard, a big, a swing, jump shots, dunks, it doesn't matter. All in one video. Now, the next video I will be giving y'all should be badges. I will be giving y'all a 2-in-1 special. Shout out to the person that be commenting every single video for the best bang for your buck video for the badges. I will be doing that in the badge video for this season. If y'all do want all these things and more, I gotta give y'all the next animation video I give y'all after this will be giving y'all a ranking video of testing every single dribble style. Y'all love the jump shot, y'all love the layup. The next one will be dribble styles. Y'all do want these videos. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below, help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. I do appreciate y'all boys. Let's hop into it. Ever wanted a chance to win a free PS5 or just get $500? Introducing the Chat Gauntlet. What is the Chat Gauntlet? If you've ever been in any of my Twitch streams, you've probably seen a chat rebuilder, chat tourney, or an ox battle. Chat Gauntlet is a tournament of all of these things and more. All you gotta do to enter is join the Discord. The link will be in the description, but there's not too many slots, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But how does one win the Chat Gauntlet? There's a point system. For every single round, there's gonna be a certain amount of points divided up between everybody that competed. The person with the most points wins the grand prize. There's no second places. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, my mic was picking up on one side and not the other one, but I had to fix it. Okay, let's get into the season. First time looking at it, season ends in 41 days. You got the My Team, you got the Miami Heat mascot is in this one. Okay, now we talking, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought that it was D-Rose, but Brandon Roy cool too. Arvidas Sabonis. Wait, there's not a 99 Wemby in this? Austin Reeves? Gotta be trolling. I'm not gonna lie. 2K gotta be trolling. I'm not gonna lie though. Is that the most VC they ever gave? That's 60. That's 60K if you buy both of these. I don't know how much that actually would cost in reality, but okay, I guess. Okay, let me just get to it though. Let's see these rewards. Okay, they got the little unbannable. I'm not really hip on shoes, what's going on with that, but I ain't gonna lie, I seen the Jordan releases. Jordan got a crazy release of shoes this year. I'm not gonna cap, I was looking at that. But I don't know what the whole unbannable thing has to do with anything. So, anybody in the comments wanna let me know what that got going on, let me know. Jalen Brunson, I don't care. Fireball Impact Green, that seemed kinda cool. Tier 3 for the rep boost, participation award, black and white maze eyes, new emote package, personal quadcopter that can fly. You can, like, they just got that at level 14 where you can fly. That's kind of solid, I'm not gonna lie. Max badge +1 at 15. Do it. Okay, I don't care. Unbannable mural in the micro. I think I seen that on Twitter or something like that. Bernie at level 20. I will be getting that for surely. Rep or rec boosted sleeves. Greg Popovich at 19. So shout out to Greg Popovich. Hey bro, I hope he's doing fine. I know he ain't been coaching, but I ain't heard no update on bro at all. I guess the little Goku, but it's, I don't know which version of Goku hair that is, but they got the little Super Saiyan hair. Zion and Tyrese Halliburton. Let's keep it moving. 30 Gatorade boosts. Victor Wembanyama and James Harden banners. Another max badge +1, which is kind of the bigger things of this. Oh, the badge elevators are now +3. So if you have a new build, you can now go up +3 with the badge elevators. That's a pretty big deal. I'm not gonna cap. That's a new one. And in Nikola Jokic banners. Superhero. Oh, bro. Shout out to Wemby, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He was finna get so many awards, and he literally gonna miss the rest of the season with, apparently, allegedly, he has blood clots. Like, I don't know if y'all know what happened to Chris Bosh, but that pretty much ended his career. Like, imagine the next supposed GOAT. In year 2, his career ends. That's crazy. Like, hey, prayers up to Wemby, bro. That's genuinely crazy. But they got another cat breaker, superhero outfit, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. But shout out Brandon Roy though. But I'm surprised they didn't have like a Wemby think at all, besides like a 91 overall. But let's keep it moving. They gotta give Wemby a 99 after he got injured, bro. Like it's just, like it just gotta happen. But we'll see. I'm looking at these events, low key mega VC bonus. What that is? I may gotta tune in for that. Hold on. What that is? But yeah, let's get to these animations. Let's get to all the new animations. I'm not gonna lie, 2K. The go-karts in the background are crazy loud. Like that gotta calm down. But let's look at show all, so we can make sure we see every new animation. But yeah, like I said, shout out to Wemby, bro. I don't know what's going on with him, but I hope everything's straight, because I'm not gonna lie, that's just really, really wild. Okay, let's see. Who is it? Wemby? Wemby jump shot is not in the game. That looks smooth. That actually looked pretty smooth. And it has a really good time stability for bigs. I can do something with this. I'm not gonna lie, I can do something with this. I don't know if it's gonna be in this video for the best animations, but I can do something with that. Layups. Don't tell me Wemby got a layup package. Wemby got a layup package? That shit looks slow as hell. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not re-ranking all the layups. I'm not gonna cap. But I ain't gonna lie, I heard that Shay's is really good. So shout out to Shay. Now we got Wemby. I'm not re-ranking all the layups though. They got a dunk style for Wemby. Okay, 2K, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, y'all went over and beyond with this. Okay, for Wemby. Wemby deserve it though. It's Wemby. I'm not gonna cap. Like, you really be watching Wemby, bro. Wemby be doing some stuff that he just shouldn't be doing. Okay, and then they got a little go-to shot, dribble pull up for Wemby. Let's see what it's looking like. That don't look bad. That actually don't look bad. I'm not gonna cap. Okay, no spin jumper. They got a motion style for Wemby. Hopefully he got like a motion style that help you get blocks or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know how his motion style would work. That's how he run. I'm not gonna lie. The little, I don't know. That's definitely how he run though. I'm not gonna cap. And then playmaking, no pass style. They got a new dribble style for Wemby. I'm not gonna lie, Biggs got a buff for this season for surely. Like, if anything, Biggs for surely got a buff. Like, what? I was seeing people post that all Biggs get every Wemby animation. I'm looking at this, bro. It's 69 ball handle, brother. Like, it's not. It don't take a lot to get it, brother. I'm not gonna lie. 69, like 69 and 610 plus. Like, I think, like, I ain't gonna lie. But that may be hard to get on like a 7-3 build. So maybe I'm chatting. But combo move. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that probably be useful for Wemby, stuff like the crossover and behind the back. Let's see what they do for him. It's probably not gonna be better than Giannis, but let's just see. It looks solid. It's got a little hitch, so I doubt it's like too usable. No step back, and then all the extra stuff is just extremely extra. So pretty much, big man got a little bit of a nerf, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be kind of mostly the same. Now, we finna get into the best animations in the game. Let's hop into it. Alright, so first things first is going to be motion style. Now, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people kind of underrate the motion style, but motion style is gonna be making it how fast you are on offense and how fast you are on defense. Now, this year, y'all be telling me in the comments down below a lot that it does change depending on offense and defense. I'll be confused what y'all be talking about. I'm gonna be honest, but I had to do my own little research, and y'all were right. Apparently, there's some that's better on offense and some that's better on defense. Now, Jalen Suggs, I've been telling y'all for a time, best one in the game, but that's more so for defense. Alex Caruso is better for offense. Now, I was kind of trying to understand what y'all meant. I now know. Now, in terms of offense, Alex Caruso is probably the fastest one. Jalen Suggs is probably the fastest one. But if you want a balance of speed for both sides, Austin Reeves is actually very good as well. So those are the best motion styles in the game for guards. Hopping into it. First things first, motion style. Motion style for swings, in my opinion, the best ones in the game. You can use a lot of the ones that you can use on guards, but the best ones, in my opinion, Drew Eubanks. You can say this is the best one for bigs. You can also say it's the best one for swings. Drew Eubanks. The next best one, Kawhi. Now, I went over this in the guard video. I didn't understand what y'all meant by it's two different ways of how it works for defense and offense. There's going to be better ones for defense, better for offense. Now, I knew there was ones that was better for defense because of lateral quickness and stuff like that. Some just has defensive stances and motions and all that. But when you're just running up and down the court, it's just faster defensively than it is offensively. on this game. That's just how 2K made it with the motion styles. So when you do choose a motion style, there's going to be certain motion styles that's faster defensively, but that's not that fast or not in the top tier of fast offensively. But Drew Eubanks, Kawhi Leonard are two very balanced ones. You can still use Jalen Suggs, but in my opinion, I would use the other two. And I would honestly say Kawhi Leonard is the best one for swings because it does have also the defensive stances and the defensive motions, while it's also very fast offensively and defensively. Hopping straight into it, motion styles. Best motion styles for the big man. Now, doing research. Shout out to 2K Toots. Y'all put me on to the stuff in the comments. 2K Toots, I've known for a long time, has been really good with the facts. He did a little research on it. Sometimes it'd be a little inconsistent. Like one time he did a research on like the dribble styles and Luka. Yeah, that is like the most balanced one. That joint is terrible, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to motion styles for bigs, this should be really worth it. The best ones, in my opinion, Anthony Davis, Jaren Jackson. Now, if you want to have like defensive stance ones, you got Justice Winslow, but it's not nowhere near as fast as Jaren Jackson and Anthony Davis. And we talking about the difference of 0.05 tenths of a second. So those two I would say are the fastest, but if you want the most balanced one all around, Drew Eubanks. I say the same thing for swings on Drew Eubanks, but Anthony Davis, Jaren Jackson are the two ones I would personally recommend for the bigs. Now, when it comes to the post phase, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna make y'all wait on this one. Post phase, I'm gonna be honest, the post animations, we're gonna go over all this real quick. Post fade, in my opinion, you can go a lot of different ways. You can go quick with it, with Vucevic, where it's quick and smooth. You got Siakam, where it's smooth, but it's a little bit slower. Dirk is Dirk, it gotta be, come on now. Then if you want something similar to like the Kobe MJ fade, I think the Kobe MJ fade, the closest you're gonna get to it is KD this year. They have a Kobe one, they have a, I don't know if they have an MJ one, but I know they have a Kobe or MJ one, and it's not as good as it's been in the past, and KD is the one I use if I'm doing a post fade, so that's why you see I have KD equipped. But Luka is also very good, Anthony Davis is also very good, and Pro. Those are the ones I personally would recommend for the post phase. And then alright, for the post hooks, in my opinion, the best one in the game is Embiid. Apparently they buffed them. When I did the badge video, I didn't get to test it out, so I just had to put that where I thought it was gonna be if they buffed them. But apparently people on the badge video were still saying it was bad. Now I don't know if that's just my community. I don't know if y'all just be making post scores and y'all are post scores and salty that post scoring is not broken in terms of post hooks. I don't know. But yeah, I was testing it. It's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. But so post hooks, what it is. But the best one in the game for me, Joel Embiid. But I don't really think that a lot of people using this. I'm just giving y'all this. It's just kind of like some of them dribble moves that a lot of people don't use. It's just what it is. Post hop shot. Best one in the game, in my opinion, is Anthony Davis. Can't use Kobe, obviously. But Anthony Davis may be the best one in the game in general. But yeah, Anthony Davis, best post hop shot. It's not that many options. But yeah, Anthony Davis is the one I personally would recommend. All right, so hopping into it, pass styles. I'm going to just get into this right now. The more I've used Shea, the less I would probably have to say the luster on it has kind of faded away. I feel like it takes too long to get out your hands for that high, and if you have a 96 pass style or pass accuracy, you put on Tyrese Halliburton is better. The only thing I'll say Shea is better at is throwing lobs. The lobs, for some reason, they don't take as long to get out your hands, and it doesn't do like the lob passes that Tyrese. That's the only issue I have with Tyrese and LaMelo. They take so long to, like, the ball takes so long to get to the person that you're trying to get it to, because it's like they really lob it. Like, they super lob it to the people. But yeah, Shea is better at throwing lobs. But if I had to say the only pass styles you really need to care about, in my opinion, none, Tyrese Halliburton. In my opinion. Now, to go alongside that, you got LaMelo, Donovan Mitchell at a tier below him. And then you could go above it and then go Shea. But I would say Tyrese Halliburton and none is really all you need to worry about, in my opinion. Oh yes, shout out to the bro that be asking me, best bang for your buck. Went to work on that. That video's coming out with the new season. So shout out to bro. He been commenting that for a minute. He be saying day a million and stuff like that. It's not day a million, but we are gonna get that for him. Shout out to bro. So if y'all ask enough, I see enough people want it, we'll start doing it. So simple as that. All right, so when it comes to the best layup packages, I said I was gonna give y'all tiers. It's not really much you can use if you're low. So if you're low rating, in my opinion, small swing default are good. There's nothing wrong with them. You just gotta learn how to use both of them. If you want to use swing, you just master swing. If you want to use small, just master small. You can use these and put them up into consideration with the next one, and there's literally no requirement for either one. The only thing is for swing, just be under 6'10". For small, it literally says no requirement, so you can use this on pretty much any build. But we just talking about guards today. So the next one I would probably say for the next rating would be Trae Young. This is very, very good this year, in my opinion. Trae Young is exceptional at doing floaters and getting to the rim and not getting contested. I think Trae Young is very, very good this year. The next tier would be Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is in that tier of the best overall in the game, by the way. When I did the layup video ranking every layup, that last tier, Jordan Poole was in that tier, and it was debatably the best layup package in the game for guards. I had it third, but it was very, very close. But you could really say this is the best, second or third. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, it is the next tier of 82. So if you're 82 and up, you're fine. You can put this on, and you're going to be able to have Jordan Poole. Then that next tier is really 2 layups. Really, I guess 4. You got Malik Monk, Kyrie Irving. Those are both 85. But you also got Fox. And you got... Where is he at? I don't see Maxey. Okay, Fox and Maxey. So Maxey, you would need an 86 layup. So the order I would rank these, I would say Fox, Maxey, Monk, Kyrie. Kyrie is the best. Malik Monk is the second best. But Maxey might genuinely be the worst one, and it has the highest requirement. I personally don't think it's worth it when you can have Monk, Jordan Poole, and Kyrie at 82 and 85. And Jordan Poole probably is the best bang for your buck layup package in the game for guards, because it's just as good as the ones that you get for 85 in Malik Monk and Kyrie, and it's only an 82 requirement. So yeah, but all of these layup packages are very, very good. Simple as that. All right, next is gonna be the layups. I don't know if I'm gonna put motion styles in any of these videos. I think I'm gonna just save it for when I do the swing animation video. So if you want that, you gotta be there for that. But layups, if you haven't seen the layup video, what are you doing? I put all this into different tiers and all that type of stuff. In my opinion, the best layup in the entire game when I did that ended up coming to be a swing, and it was LeBron James. LeBron James got crazy buff this year. It's no longer just that one little weak animation I hate that always made me go away from it compared to every other year. It still has that animation. It works good on this game. I just had to get used to it, being honest, but on other games, it didn't have the versatility it has this year. It has floaters, euros, it has bully, it has anything that you possibly want to do in a layup package, and it's to the rim, and it's gonna be not get contested a lot. It's gonna be hard to block. You can do whatever you want. It's LeBron layup package, in my opinion, the best one in the game. Definitely the best one for swings. Now, an underrated one that actually was in like the tier right under it when I did the video was actually Zion, and you can actually get it on swings. So Zion is another one I would actually personally recommend. The only thing I'll say is, in comparison to swings and bigs, I think it's more useful for bigs because it does have a lot of clear out animations and post up animations. So it's not going to be as good on a swing as it is on big. So that's one thing I'll say. Now next one, I think I'm gonna just do 2 more, because if I go any tiers lower, we're talking about default swing and default small, and I think everybody gets that. So if you got that, that's literally 1 tier under the things I'm finna go over, in my opinion. The next one, actually, I believe, to be honest, Kawhi having a starter 4 layup package was very unexpected. And you only need an 80, but Kawhi layup package is genuinely one of the best ones in the game. I would probably say it's the second best swing one, because I think Zion is really better for bigs. So I'd probably say LeBron, a couple tiers down, Kawhi. But it's actually a layup in the same tier as it. You could debate with me and tell me that this one is better, and I wouldn't be too mad at it. That's what it means when it's in the same tier. Like, I would rather Kawhi, but it's in the same tier. So, like, if you want to say it's better, I'm not tripping. But yeah, Kawhi, very, very good layup package. And then we got Anthony Edwards. Oh, never mind. Anthony Edwards is only for guards. So I thought Ant was actually for swings. So literally, the only layups I'm putting in this video is going to be LeBron, Zion, Kawhi, default swing, default small. Now, I guess since I'm gonna have to go 2 more tiers down, since Kawhi just wasn't that good, or not that good, but since Ant is not for swings, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, actually, because it was so underrated, I'm gonna actually throw it in this video. Klay Thompson is actually very good. It's actually very good. But other layups that was in that same tier that you can use on swings: DeRozan, JB, LaMelo, Levine, D-Book. So, and that's a tier under default small and default swing because of literally like the bang for your buck ability of those two, because you don't have to have any layup rating. You just got to be a swing or a guard and you can use those layups. So it's just that simple. But yeah, for the most part, those are the best layups in the game for swings. Really, if you get LeBron, you're good. Kawhi, starter 4, 80 overall layup, you're good. But if not, you might just want to use default small or default swing, to be honest with you. All right, next is the layup styles. Now, layup styles, default big is actually pretty solid. But if I had to go over just the default big compared to small and swing, I would not have that high. But Giannis is very, very good. In my opinion, it's in that top tier of layup packages with the LeBrons, the Kyries, all those layups that you think are the best in the game. I would say Giannis is in that tier. But to go alongside Giannis, a tier right below it, I would have to say Zion Williamson. And look how easy it is to get Zion. You only have to have a 70 layup and be 6 for 5. That layup package is very, very good. That layup package is very, very good. There's no way around it. Now, with that being said, Zion is very good. But there's also one that's even more underrated than it, that no one really talks about. Nikola Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic is literally one of the best layup packages in the game. It's just not as good as the other two. But if you really do want one for floaters, one for just quick layups, you don't want to just get all the way to the rim. Like Zion has clear out animation, so if you like to go in the post, very good with that. Giannis is very good for like all arounders. So just think of like the modern day NBA 2K25 version of lone athlete, but also has a mixture of a lot of different things that Giannis would just do in a game. Vucevic is pretty much the simple and easy layup package that also has really, really good floaters, and you can't really find much better than this on big men. So yeah, that would be my rankings of the layups that I would personally use if I was a big. I personally wouldn't recommend any of these other layups nearly to the same extent as those three right there, if I'm being real. All right, hopping into it, we're going to hop straight into it for the dunks. Now, first thing I'm going to go over is the two-hand standing dunks. I think the best one in the game for a guard, hands down, two-hand under basket regular. You only need a 40. I think it's arguably the best one in the overall game. And if you really just want to have like a cheap 40 standing dunk just so you can be able to do this, I think it is 100% worth it. I think any build that doesn't have 40 standing dunk on it is kind of trolling because it's so easy to just get this and just be able to have it on any build. Now, to go alongside that, let's go over the regular dunks. As you can see, I don't really use any 2 feet. I use contacts. I put on every single contact dunk possible. If you're a guard, a big, a swing, I don't think this part really matter. I think you're just putting on as many contact packages as you can, whether it be this or whether it be this. Simple as just putting them on and just having them on and just having fun. It's just simple. It's that simple. So yeah, the more packages you have on, the more animations you'll have for every single situation, depending on where you're coming from and where the defender that you're dunking on is coming from. So that means more contact dunks. It's simple as that. Now, especially when you make a build like this that has 99 dunk. Now, when it comes to the best dunk packages in the game, quick drops off one, hangs, athletic hangs off one. Those are the only 2 packages, in my opinion, I even consider putting on for 2 hands for safety. If I'm going up with 2 hands, I say it's 2 hands for safety. I've been talking about quick drops off one forever, and this year I really do think athletic hangs off one might be better. Only thing I'll say is I do tend to miss it more than quick drops. It just quick drops doesn't dunk from as much distance as the athletic hangs off one. That's what I'll say. So yeah, I think both of them are good, especially with this previous buff of dunking. And yes, I have now started hitting out of dunks, but it's very, very rare. I haven't got stripped out of a dunk yet though. It's very, very rare though. Like, it doesn't happen nearly to the same magnitude as it was before they did that patch. But so yeah, I would definitely say the dunking has been buffed. And yeah, I think that these are the 2 best dunk packages you can possibly buy without having an NBA player. Now, when it comes to NBA player, I'm going to go over the tiers. In my opinion, Klay Thompson. That's the first tier. You only need a 55 driving dunk. And a lot of guards don't really have this super, super high dunk. So you could really go for a 65 driving dunk and you'll have the Klay Thompson and the athletic hangs off one and you'll be fine. I'm telling you, you'll be fine. But Klay Thompson, very good. If you want to go up another tier, Malik Monk. 80 driving dunk, 70 vertical. You can literally have an 80 driving dunk and have Malik Monk for the one hands, and the athletic ones hangs off one, and you'll be perfectly fine. So that's the next tier. And then the last but not least, the best dunk package in the entire game. It really has no bad animations. Russell Westbrook, 93 dunk, 80 vertical. I really genuinely do feel the best bang for your dunk, best bang for your buck right now in the game for dunk ratings is 93. It's simple as that. Because you get Russell Westbrook, you get posterizer gold. I do think it's very, very nice to have, especially with this recent patch. Before this recent patch, I don't know if you could really fight it on it being that better than like the other ones. But yeah, I do think it is worth it to go now with us getting a buff to dunk. So yes, Russell Westbrook, quick drops. You get pretty much everything at 93. So yeah, Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, is the best dunk package in the game for guards. All right, so hopping into it, dunk packages. In my opinion, this year, dunks that you put on are more important than ever. Now, that's cap. Hokey cap. I ain't gonna lie. It's been years where if you put one dunk for your two hands, one dunk for your one hands, you was chilling. And that's really all you need to do. It's not really that this year. You can't really even do that this year. Because I would usually be a person that don't put NBA player dunk packages on. But this year, in the past couple years, the NBA dunk packages with like the little whatever animation stuff they trying to put in the game, the NBA dunk packages are just the best ones. So, let's get into it. So, best two-hand dunks for safety, in my opinion, athletic hangs off one. If you don't want to go there, quick drops off one. If you don't want to go there, side clutches off one. You're going with one of these. In my opinion, best bang for your buck, though, athletic hangs off one. In my opinion. You only need 65. The higher tier, 80. I don't think it's really that much better, to be honest. That's just me honest. And then I think this is low-key the worst one of the three, but it is good. So, but you need a 92, and I think you need starter 4 for this and quick drop. It's one, I don't know which one you need on the front clutches or side. I think it's side clutches, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Now, when it comes to the one hands, I'm not a big one hand guy on this game. If I would, it'd be leaning slams, but being honest, just go ahead, go to the NBA players. I think they got the best ones. Now, when we go into the NBA players, you gotta understand, I've been putting this in my build videos more. The best dunk package in the game is the best dunk package in the game. But you can go for stuff lower than that. Now, I see somebody put in my comments, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is good. It's another one. Oh, Klay Thompson is good. I think that's the one I actually do be using because I haven't bought. So, yeah, Klay Thompson is actually really good if you really got a really low rating. So, if you want to put some on just with a really low rating with that 65, maybe you just put a 65 dunk so you can have Klay Thompson in the other one, you'll be fine. But let's go up to the real tier. LeBron James, debatably the best dunk package in the game. I think this one and another one are debatable. And that's why if you're a swing, you may not need that 93 dunk package as much as the guards. Because in my opinion, we're going to get into it. But LeBron, you do actually need a 40 standing. I think that standing is actually one of the best bang for your buck ratings in the game, by the way. 84 driving dunk, 64 vertical, and just be swings. Or big. But yeah, LeBron is just... Come on, it's LeBron. Then you got Russ. In my opinion, this is the best one in the game. Like I said, I think that 93 is actually more important for a guard than it is a swing. But if you can get it on a swing, it's still nice because you still get that posterizer at 93, even if you're not doing it for the Russ, because you still can have LeBron regardless. But I do think Russ is better. Let's get that straight. I do think Russ is better. Now, with that being said, NBA packages, I'm not a big NBA package guy because the reason why, when you get these NBA packages, you always gonna have a lot of animations, and there's always gonna be that one bad one. Now, the reason why I like Russell Westbrook and LeBron, it's not really too many bad ones, or really even a bad one, but it's in a lot of these. Like Michael Jordan, I don't like it this year. A lot of people like it, but I get taken out of dunks too much. I want a dunk, I want 2 points. It's dunk's supposed to be the most auto points possible. That's just me. Now, if you're doing standing dunks in the swing, in my opinion, all you really need is a 2-hand safety under basket regular. I'm not even conversating about anything else. You're a guard or a swing, this is all you really need, especially if you're a lock. 2-hand safety. Simple as that. Now, contact dunks, in my opinion, you putting on as many packages as you possibly can, unless you have a 99 dunk. If I got a 99 dunk, I'm getting what I paid for. And you literally have to have a 99 dunk to get the elite. Yeah, to get the elite off ones. 99 and 90. If I got that, I'm getting what I paid for. It's simple as that. But yeah, pros, the more packages you have on, the more animations you have for every single situation you'll be in. Whether where you're coming from or where the defender's coming from. Lobs. If you're a lob, I can see you putting on pro for the standing lobs, but I pretty much just put on elite or Zion for the most part. But you can put on all three. It doesn't really do anything, I'm gonna be honest. LAYUPS, same thing as what I said with the context, but double down because there's no dunk meter for it. And if you don't play with people that know how to make it trigger every single time, you won't get a lot of these. So yeah, I will put on this. If you got the pros, put on the pros. If you got pro and elite, put on pro and elite. Simple as that. That's the dunk packages. All right, now when it comes to big man animations, there's more things than ever when it comes to dunk animations. Let's get into it. So when it comes to the best dunk animations, we got contact dunks, we got regular dunks, and we got to go over standing dunks. First things first, let's go with the best dunk packages. Now, one hand dunks, we're going to get into that. But two hand dunks, in my opinion, athletic hangs off one is the best one. Now, I do know about quick drops. I do know about, you know what I'm saying, the side clutches off one. I know about all these. But in my opinion, the athletic hangs off one are the best two-hand dunks for safety in the game, in my opinion. Now, you can go alongside that with quick drops off one. I will say, both of those are both like in the same tier. I just personally rather the athletic hangs off one. I just feel like I dunk from further out more consistently. That's literally the only difference. I feel like both are very, very good. Just one is 65-45, the other is 80 and 60. So it's also a better bang for your buck at the same time. So you can really go with both. It really wouldn't matter. Now, one hand dunk packages. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting because you get a lot of dunk packages on big man that you actually need standing dunks. So Giannis is actually very good, but on my big man, I don't actually get Giannis. It's just simple as that. But that's not even the best one. The best one is LeBron James. LeBron has the best one-hand dunk package in the game for big because you cannot get Russell Westbrook. Because why? You have to be under 6'10". So yes, you really can get stuff like Zion, you can get stuff like Giannis, you can get stuff like LeBron, but in my opinion, not getting Russ does nerf it a little bit, but LeBron is literally just as good as Russ. It's probably kind of similar to the quick drops, and the other one, I would say LeBron is just a tier below. It's unlike the other two where I just went over with the sidearm, or not the sidearm, but the athletic hang and the quick drops, those are in the same tier. I just rather the athletic hangs, and it's cheaper. LeBron is cheaper. It's just a tier below, in my opinion, from the rest. But it is very, very good. Now, when it comes to the best standing dunks, I honestly put on Ben Simmons for standing dunks. Ben Simmons is very good, but there's some other solid ones you can use, like Dwight Howard, Daryl Dawkins. All of these are pretty good for him, but the Ben Simmons actually has the lowest requirement, and it has the simplest and easiest standing dunk animations in the game. And they're very, very fast. That's why I really, really like it. But yeah, Ben Simmons, and then they go alongside Ben Simmons, I do run two-hand under basket regular. You can go with pro and be fine, but I want to have the simple and easiest, fastest animation possible. Two hands for safety, standing dunk animations. So yes, that's just what I do. Now, I do have a big man that doesn't have the contact dunks. Having the contact dunks only makes it easier, so if you have the ability to get contact dunks, put all of these on. That would be my recommendation. So 80, 90, put them all on. Simple as that. Now, to go alongside that, you got the elite, you got the pro, If I'm going with a big man, I'm pretty much just going to put on pro, but this one just has a lot more dunk than usual. So that's just what it is. So I do have elite, I do have the pro, and I will be able to have the elite later on, or pretty much this next season. It's just simple as that. So yes, you're going to be putting on as many as you possibly can for contact dunks. Similar to that, it's going to be going here. Contact dunks, you're going to be putting on as many as possible. So yes, pro and pro, you're going to be putting these on. And that's just what it is. So yeah. Now, I think alley-oop contact dunks are even more important to have on bigs than they are on guards, because that makes alley-oops just much more unstoppable. And especially when you're doing picking and rolls, the best thing sometimes to do is a lob, because it just makes it tough to guard. But when you can do the contact dunks with it, it becomes ridiculous. And yeah, when you get to this level where you can get 92 and then you get the higher area wizard, it gets really, really crazy. So yes, alley-oop content dunks, you want to put it on. You don't really have as much of an ability to control it as you do with the regular content dunks because you have dunk meter. So yes, I think putting them on as much as possible is just the better way to have it, because the more packages you have, the more animations for every single situation. It's simple as that. Now, dribble styles. Like I said in the intro, we will be doing a video ranking every single one of these, like I did for the layups. So if y'all do want that, make sure to like. But dribble styles, in my opinion, it does come down to tiers, just like I did for the pass styles. In my opinion, Shai is up there. I would still say Kyrie Irving is the best one in my opinion. But the thing is, to get Kyrie Irving, you do need a 94 speed of ball. I don't have a build yet that has that. My 6-1 eventually does get that. It doesn't have it yet. But in my opinion, that's the best one. In my opinion. Next one. The next tier, I would probably have to say De'Aaron Fox. Shai is in that tier. Darius Garland is in that tier in my opinion. And DeJounte Murray is in that tier. I think all of these are in the same tier. The only issue I would say, if you don't get like the little gathers, I feel like I just get a random gather on this De'Aaron Fox sometimes that really kind of puts it in the same tier. But in my opinion, it's the fastest. It's the clear fastest out of all these, in my opinion. Darius Garland is here because it's so popular that I have to put it here. Shai, in my opinion, is my favorite one to use right now because it's new. But DeJounte Murray has not been wrong, done me wrong, and I really like that a lot as well. So that would be my next tier. First tier, Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, Darius Garland, Shai, DeJounte Murray in that next tier. Then after that, if you're a guard and you, for some reason, don't have an 86, 84 speed ball, you got Devin Booker. You only did 80. I don't know why you would. I guess at this point you would be like a lock, I guess. Because it's not hard to make like them 6'4" locks with high speed ball, to be honest. So you got that and Jalen Green. Now, if you got anything lower than this, good luck. That's all I can tell you. Good luck. Oh, shout out to James Harden. James Harden actually not bad, though. I will say that. James Harden is actually not bad. It's actually kind of underrated. That and Dame. But, yeah, for the most part, y'all get what I'm saying. All right, next is the dribble styles. I'm not going to lie to you. The dribble styles, in my opinion, the best one, in my opinion, by far, Shai. Shai came out this season. Simple as that. Shai is the best one, in my opinion. Now, to go alongside that, I think DeJounte Murray is up there, too. A lot of people say it's hard to speed boost to the rim with it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to think the people that don't like it only want a rim run. I'm not gonna lie. If you want a rim run, you guys gotta figure out how to use DeJounte Murray the right way. But it's really good for 300 and rim running. You just gotta figure out how to actually speed boost with it in multiple directions. If you only know how to speed boost with it in one direction, then it's not gonna be good for you. But yeah, in terms of the speed boost, out of all the dribble styles, in my opinion, this one has the easiest one, in my opinion. Is it the fastest? Debatable. I would say it's debatable. It's just not the easiest to speed boost with it in any direction, I would say. I guess like some other ones. I don't really understand what y'all discrepancy is with it. But in my opinion, DeJounte Murray is up there. But then you got stuff like Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Kobe White is actually very solid. I started using that a little bit. And then Zion Williamson. All those. Now, if I had to rank those in order, it'd probably be something like Shai, Kobe White, or DeJounte Murray, depending on the person. I probably personally recommend DeJounte Murray more than Kobe, but a lot of people like Kobe more than DeJounte, so I'll probably put that in the head of it. Then I would probably say D-Book, Zion, then Jalen Green. In that order. James Harden is actually underrated too. Next is the best dribble styles for big men. It's really only one you need to be worried about, in my honest opinion. I think the dribble style is the best in the game. Zion Williamson. It's not even really close. You don't need to even worry about anything else, in my opinion. Like, Giannis 65 is not better. Paolo 65 is not better. KD 65 is not better. Zion is the only one, in my opinion, you need to worry about if you're a big man. Simple as that. One of the best in the game, by the way. All right, now the best size up. The best size up escape, Steve Francis. It's the best one in the game. But you need like a 94 or 95. I believe it's 95 to get it, honestly. I got it. Hold on. I put it on lock. Let me see. Steve Francis, you need a 95. In my opinion, I don't think it's worth it. Me personally. I would rather just have the 92 and go Trae Young. Or not, yeah, Trae Young. Trae Young, in my opinion, is just as good. It's just as fast. It's just as good, in my opinion. So those are the two best ones. That would be my highest tier of signature size up. Then when it comes to under that, It's a lot of them that you can kind of argue. You got the Dwayne Wade, the Derrick Rose, the Levine, the De'Aaron Fox, even Darius Garland. But for the most part, in my opinion, the signature size ups after that is just not on the same level as that, but they're still solid. I think also the Ja Morants. I think Jamal Murray also has a solid signature size up, but for the most part, yeah. You really trying to put on Trae Young or Steve Francis. If you don't have that, you can pretty much just go based off your preference at that point, in my opinion. Next is the signature size up. In my opinion, the best one is Zach LaVine. I don't really personally like a lot of these at all. Drew Holiday, Cade Cunningham, Penny Hardaway. But like I said, I don't really personally like the signature size that they give you for swings compared to guards. But shout out 2K for taking away a lot of this guard or swing ones and put them only for guards. Next is the signature combos or signature size up. Pretty much, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When y'all see these big man animations, it's not gonna be much. You really got Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, or Pro. Those are your 3 options. I personally would recommend Ben Simmons the most, but those are your 3 options. Simple. Next is the regular breakdown combo. In my opinion, the best one is Ray for Austin. It's kind of similar to with the signature size up. I don't think Ray for Austin is as good as like a Steve Francis or Trae Young, but I think it's in a tier of its own, like those two would be for that. But then when it comes to the other ones, I think the next tier is kind of like a preference thing. Like when it comes to Tim Hardaway, I think Scoot is a solid one. I was saying Jalen Green for a couple seasons at this point. Reggie Jackson is solid. Stephon Marbury is solid. It's a lot of solid ones that you can just go based off preference. But in my opinion, the best one is Ray for Austin. Aggressive breakdown, pretty much the same thing with the same people. Ray for Austin is at a tier of his own. Then you got stuff like Tim Hardaway. Penny is not bad. Darius Garland is not bad. Reggie Jackson, Stephon Marbury, Ja Morant, Jordan Poole. It's a couple of good ones. I'm not gonna lie. But in my opinion, the best one in my opinion, Ray for Austin. Best aggressive breakdown and regular breakdown combo in the game. All right, next is the regular breakdown combo. Now, this one is really interesting because you can go a couple different ways. But I personally use Tatum right now. You can go Penny. You can go Jalen Green. But honestly, that's just what it is. Next is the aggressive breakdown combo. I low-key use Kobe White. Kobe White is actually very good, but Jason Tatum is actually solid. Brandon Ingram is actually pretty solid too. Penny Hardaway, and those are the ones I personally recommend. I know a lot of people actually use Michael Jordan, so I throw it in there, but yeah, that's the aggressive breakdown combos. Next is your regular breakdown combos. You got Pro and KD. You're gonna see a kind of common occurrence between these two on a lot of these dribble animations. Pro is the one I would recommend the most here, but you can also go with KD. Next is the aggressive breakdown combo. Again, Pro, KD. The one I am using is Pro, but I wouldn't be mad if somebody told me KD is better. All right, next is the escape moves. In my opinion, similar to with the Steve Francis and the Trae Young. In my opinion, I think it's also as important and on the same level. You got tier 1 Stephen Curry, Trae Young. Under that, you got a couple. You got the Kemba, you got the Dame, you got the Allen Iverson. Not the Allen Iverson, you got the Kyrie. All those are very good. You can't get Paul George on guards. So yeah, I would probably put those in that next tier. Then you would have like the Jaws. Then you would have like the Allen Iversons, like the Darius Garlands in that third tier. But for the most part, the best two in my opinion, Trae Young, Curry. I think Curry is the best one though. Low-key, I'd probably say Curry is on his own. Then after it, I would probably say Trae Young. Then after that tier, I'd probably go with the Kemba. Kemba might be in Trae's tier too. But yeah, I would probably say Kemba, Dame, Kyrie. Then tier under that, Ja, Allen Iverson. So hopefully y'all understanding how I'm breaking it down for y'all with the tiers for the guards. Hopefully that helps somebody. That's how I see it. That may not be how you see it. That's just my opinion, by the way. All this is mine. Then for the escape moves, the best one in the game by far, in my opinion, at this time of me recording this, is Paul George. Paul George is the best one. If you want some other alternatives, you got KD, LeBron, Levine, D-Book. But Paul George, in my opinion, right now today, best one in the game. It's the only one that's actually, I would say, is even comparable to any of the guard ones. And yeah. Next is the escape moves. Now the escape moves, you kind of can use all of these. I'm not going to lie. All of these are pretty solid, especially with the way I've started to use not Giannis, Paul George with the swings, but none of these are Paul George really. I would probably say Pro and KD are the 2 best, but you can try out Giannis and Joel Embiid for yourself and try to get you a little combination together. So yeah, but I would probably say Pro is the best one out of these this year. Next is the combo breakdowns. You got Curry, D-Book, De'Aaron Fox, James Harden. Tim Hardaway is a breakdown or a combo move that you get from leveling up. I low-key haven't even tried that, so that's just what it is. I may need to try it since you get it with starter 4, so they obviously thought it was pretty good. But I used James, Curry, or D-Book depending on what I have available. I would probably go in the order of Harden, Curry, D-Book for that one. But yeah. Or no, I forgot about De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is actually the best one. So yeah. Next, crossover. Giannis is the best one in the entire game. The only one that's even close to it is De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is the only thing close. Now, if you cannot get De'Aaron Fox, now you're looking at you're in a different situation. Are you going to be going for like a Kyrie Irving, a Trae Young? Those are very good, but they don't do the same thing as with De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is for like if you're going up the court and you want to do a move to just get right by somebody. That's what that's for. Kyrie can do all that, but it doesn't do it to the same level of De'Aaron Fox, nowhere near. But it has like you can literally snatch. Like you can, if you really want to dribble, Kyrie Irving and Trae is the best crossover. But if you're doing it to do like a drag cross to get past people, like to really rim run, or even just to get past people easily, De'Aaron Fox is the best one. Now, if you want some other ones that's kind of like De'Aaron Fox, I would say Luka Doncic and Zach LaVine. Those would be, is it Luka? No, yeah, it's Luka and Zach LaVine. Those are good alternatives if you cannot get De'Aaron Fox yet. But yeah, and then behind the backs, it really does come down to this. If you get Trae Young, put on Trae Young. That has the best stand still behind the back in the game. The only other way you can get that is Kawhi Leonard, and that's for swings. Trae Young, in my opinion, is the best. Now, the only thing I don't like about Trae Young, I don't like anything else about it, me personally. But that's the only way you can get that on a guard. All around best one, I would probably say Markelle Fultz, but I still would probably rather Trae because I'm doing moving behind the back standing more than I'm doing. No, I'm doing standing behind the backs more than I'm doing moving on this game because I don't like the moving behind the backs on this game, in my opinion. But this actually has a better moving behind the back, and it also has a solid standing behind the back. Now, to go alongside that, if you want a good moving behind the back and you don't really care about the standing, Pro is another solid one. But if you want a good standing behind the back that you can't get Trae and you don't want to use Markelle, normal is actually solid. It just has terrible moving behind the back. But it's kind of like picking your poison. Pro has a bad moving behind the back too, or standing behind the back, but it has a good moving. So yeah, hopefully that's not complicated. Let's keep it going. Next is the move and spin. In my opinion, Ja, Penny. I thought I had Steve Nash, but apparently I don't. But yeah, Ja, Penny, those are the ones you really only need to worry about. I had Luka because when I was playing starting 5 against somebody that was doing crazy with the spins, but they patched that. So there's no point in that no more. So to my knowledge, but Ja, Penny, and that's just really what it is. Next is the Hezzy. I've said this time and time again, they nerfed the mess out of swings, giving Ja only to guards because it has by far the best Hezzy in the game, in my opinion. A very popular Hezzy apparently is Hallie. Gimme Ja, but Hallie is apparently very popular for a reason, and you can use this on swings as well. But we're just talking about guards. I personally rather Ja. And then for the stat backs, I go over this so much that it's like engraved into my brain. Zach LaVine, Luka, D-Book. If you just want to create space. If you want to take ankles, Stephen Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young. Now, I didn't do the Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young, Curry one in order, but I did do the Zach LaVine, Luka, D-Book in order. I didn't do the Trae one in order because it doesn't really matter. It's about taking ankles. It's about which one you like the most, which one looks clean to you. But they take a lot of ankles. Trae Young, Hallie, Curry, taking ankles. If you're trying to really create space and still have the ability to take ankles, just not to the same magnitude, Zach LaVine, Luka, D-Book. It's that simple. All right, next is the combo moves. You don't really got much to work with here, but if you can get Harden, I would say Harden. But D-Book, I'm going to say D-Book. All right, next is the crossovers. So you can still use like the really good ones for like if you want something similar to like a Giannis or De'Aaron Fox, but not to the same level. But it's just similar. You can use Luka or LaVine. But in my opinion, the best one for swings is Paul George. I think that's just it's even arguably one of the best ones in the game. It's just not used the same as what people want to do for crossovers. Next is the behind the back. The best behind the back, hands down, for swings is Kawhi. If you're not using Kawhi, you gotta be just using it to do moving behind the backs. And at that point, I would probably say just use Pro. But I think Kawhi is just so far in the way that, yeah, just use Kawhi. Next is the spin. You got the penny. I'm going to say just use penny, to be honest. But you could use Luka if you want to do like the little glitchy spin. But they kind of nerfed it a little bit. But yeah, penny Hardaway. Next is the hezzies. A lot of people in my comments be saying Tyrese Halliburton. I'll throw it in the video for y'all boys. But I'm going to be honest. So many of these animations they troll by saying only guards can use it. I'm talking about really Ja on this one. So yeah, Tyrese, I guess, normal. I don't really like any of these other ones, but you can put any other ones I bought are like kind of just the best ones you can possibly use for swings. Doesn't mean they're good. And then, last but not least, for that actual drill moves, step back. Best step back in the game. We got a couple we could go into. Tyrese Halliburton, in my opinion, is the best one for taking ankles. You could also throw Paul George in there since you can't get like the Kyries or the Trae Young's on swings. So yes, I would probably say Tyrese is the best one for taking ankles. Then you got ones like Paul George. But then when it comes to the best ones for creating space, shooting off of, even still to be able to take ankles, Zach LaVine, Luka Doncic, Devin Booker, in that order. And then next to combo moves, KD or Pro. They're both not great, but for bigs, these are the two best that you got to work with. Simple as that. It's gonna be a lot of that, but yeah, simple as that. Next is the crossover. All right, now this is one where the big men actually have the best thing in the game. So it may be people that clicked off this video because there's only one or two options, but Giannis is the best crossover in the game. Giannis is the best crossover. De'Aaron Fox is a tier under it, and then you got like all like the other ones that you can get, whether you're a swing, a guard, that are just not on the same level of De'Aaron Fox and Giannis, in my opinion. If you get Giannis, you got the best one in the game, but it's gonna be somebody that comes. I don't see Giannis. I don't see Giannis. I don't see Giannis, bro. You had to be starter 4. If I have an animation that you have that you don't have, most likely it's a starter 4 animation, or you didn't buy it, or you're a starter 4. Behind the back, best behind the back, Kevin Durant, Pro, Domantas Sabonis. You can really go with any of these. It just really is that simple. I like Domantas Sabonis for the moving behind the back. I like Pro for the moving behind the back. I like Kevin Durant because it has a combination of pretty much everything. So if I had to really recommend any of these, it would be all 3. And then Pro or normal, if you want an actual really good standing behind the back, normal would probably be the one I recommend for that. So yeah. Next is the moving spin. You got Pro, KD, Joel Embiid, and Towns. I personally would probably say Towns is the best one of these 4, but none of these are really like exceptional. I probably would say KD probably actually is the best, but it has some bad animations in it as well. So that's just what it is. But it also has some good with the bad. So yeah, I would probably have to say you can really use any of these 4. It just really does depend on the preference. Next is the hesitation. I have on KD, but Larry Bird actually has a really okay one, but I'm not putting on a Larry Bird hesitation. Did that brother even try or attempt at a hesitation in real life? I don't believe so. I don't think they was hesitant in the 80s. I don't think that. Paolo Banchero. Paolo Banchero has a solid hezi. Pro. I've been saying this a couple times. Normal is actually not bad. And yeah, those are the hezzies I would personally have to say for the bigs. This is one that actually has a little bit more options than kind of the other animations, if I'm being honest. But they're not good. Let me say that. Just to not have any confusion. They're not good. Just to make sure there's no confusion. And then we got the step back. Giannis, Embiid, Pro. Embiid has a little solid, little normal little step back where it's kind of like D-Book, but it also has one that's kind of like the Paul George. It has some that's good for taking ankles, and that's what it is. Giannis is actually not bad at all. Giannis is another one that's actually good. So if you want to use Giannis, Giannis is also very solid. You can go with Giannis. Then you have Pro. Pro is okay. It's just okay. You know what I'm saying? You can go with any of these 3, and they'll be solid for you. I'm not gonna lie. They're not bad. They're not the best in the game, but they're usable. They're for sure usable. So yeah, step backs, I would say, one of the better things that you have in the game if you're a big man. And then last, but certainly not least, the best triple threat style in the game for big men. Michael Jordan is the best one in the game. They tried to hide it behind certain things. They don't do that anymore. Shout out to 2K. I've been saying this for years that Michael Jordan is the best, and you can use it on any build this year. So yeah, shout out to Michael Jordan, best big man triple style in the game, or just the best triple threat style in the game. Simple as that. All right, hopping into it, bro. We ain't gonna waste no time. If this don't make sense to you, my bad. But I'm gonna gotta get straight to you. Best go-to shots in the game, in my opinion, for guards. You can go with the Currys, you can go with a lot of different ones, but in my opinion, the best go-to shot in the game for a guard is CJ McCollum. All you need is an 82. If you make a build that's a guard that don't got 82, what are you doing? Simple as that. But 82, all you need for CJ McCollum, I'm telling you, bro, people would never expect it. It gets open. It's green. It's easy to time. It's good, bro. It is good. It does everything that you really want a go-to shot to do. It goes forward to get people off you, but it also gets people away from you if they play it right. So yes, CJ McCollum, in my opinion, is the best one. If you want another one, but you don't really care about shooting off of it, in my opinion, I would say Ja Morant is the best one. And yeah, that's the best go-to shots in the game, in my opinion, for guards. You also got ones like Curry. But yeah, like I said, in my opinion, that's the best ones in the game for guards. Alright, so hopping into it when it comes to the best go-to shots. We're going to go over go-to shots, dribble pull-ups, fades, spin jumpers, and hop jumpers in this video. When it comes to the stuff that we're going to go into for the go-to shots, in my opinion, I like animations that create separation, but also go into the defender to mess up the bumps. When I go against people that know how to use go-to shots, those are sometimes the hardest people to really bump, to be honest. But once you get used to it, you get used to it. But there are some animations that, in my opinion, are just significantly better at doing it than others. So you got the Jimmy Butlers, the DeMar DeRozans, the Kevin Durant's, the Paul George. Those are pretty much the most popular ones, I would probably say, in terms of go-to shots for swings. But the one I personally like the most is Devin Vassell. If you know about me on the guards, the one I like the most on the guards is CJ McCollum. The closest one to that is Devin Vassell. Now, the thing about Devin Vassell, it has it has two completely different ones. Now, every single one has two different ones, but Devin Vassell has two of them that literally do nothing similar. Like, one just dribbles forward and just shoots it, and the other one just dribbles backwards and forwards, and then does another backwards. That's the one I like. The one that just dribbles forwards is not that good to me. And then you got the one that's similar to Ja, the DeLon Wright. I like this one as well. It just depends on if you're just dribbling with it. This one is more so for comboing with. The Devin Vassell one is more for shooting. And the other three I gave y'all are just really, really good ones that are popular for a reason. Hopping into it, the best go-to shots in NBA 2K25 for bigs. Y'all have the literal worst stuff in the game by far. It's just what it is. Paolo Banchero is too slow for me. Let's just get into the top three. Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam is the only one that's even kind of similar to what I would want, where it goes forward and then has a step back, but the step back barely goes back. Then you got Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is one that pretty much does go forward, but it actually goes back. So if you really would want to use one, I would probably say Joel Embiid is the one I would personally recommend for the way I want to use it. Because it's going to go into somebody where it's going to make it hard to bump, but it's also going to go back where it's going to throw people off their rhythm on defense. Then you got Kevin Durant, which is pretty much just OP for going forward and just going change the direction and still going back. So Kevin Durant probably is the best one because it also does like move the most. The ones that move the most and just it's like a little bit more herky-jerky, those are the ones that's literally the ones that's harder to guard, because the best thing about go-to shots is literally impossible to bump. That's just what it is. But you can rip go-to shots. So yeah. But yeah, those are the go-to shots I personally recommend for bigs. Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam. The rest of these are just not very good in my opinion. Spin jumpers. Best spin jumpers in the game, in my opinion, the best ones. Especially for guards, it does come down to how you want to play. I think I used to say pro and normal are good for the spin jumpers, but normal is not good this year in my opinion. I would really just say pro. You're only using pro though if like you're not a real shot creator, like you're not really doing spin jumpers consistently. But in terms of timing spin jumpers, this is the easiest one to time in the game for me. It may not be the easiest one for you, but for me it is. Then you got ones like, I believe De'Aaron Fox. Yes, De'Aaron Fox, where it pretty much steps in every single time. So it's good, but I just don't like it. I think Devin Booker is similar to that as well, but it has like, it literally kind of does slow down a little bit. Devin Booker and De'Aaron Fox are good. It's just small preferences of why I would rather pro over it. Stephen Curry is very good. That's just one of the best ones in the game, up there with pro. Luka Doncic is really glitchy. So if you really good at timing this, it's really good. It's just slow. So like, it's the only one that does a spin jumper and a step back in one, but it's slow. So, yeah. The best one in the game might be Kyrie Irving. It is literally what normal used to be, in my opinion. So Kyrie Irving might be the best one in the game. So if you're a real shot creator, you really do these spin jumpers, this might be the one for you. Allen Iverson, if you want to take angles with your spin jumpers at a consistent rate, you want to take people off the dribble at a consistent rate, throw people off at a consistent rate, Allen Iverson, very, very good. Jamal Murray is another. It's a lot of actual solid spin jumpers this year. Jamal Murray is also really good. Trae Young is okay. It's kind of similar to Curry. Russ is actually solid, but I would probably have to say Jamal Murray, Kyrie Irving, Pro, Stephen Curry. In that order, those are the best spin jumpers for guards, in my opinion. All right, next is the spin jumper. I don't know why I didn't take all the other ones off for the phase, but it is what it is. Spin jumpers, normal this year is not good. So bigs got nerfed because you can't use normal on bigs. Yes, you can use normal. You can't use pro on bigs. That's what it is. But yeah, pro is the one I like the most, but that's the way I like to use it. If you're a real shot creator animation guy, you can use a couple of these other ones. The D-Book, the Kyle Kuzma, the Devin Vassell. The only thing I don't like about not Kyle Kuzma, but Devin Vassell and Devin Booker, it like steps in automatically. So I don't like that. But Kyle Kuzma is actually really good. Luka has a little step back where that's like just unique to it that nothing else has. And that's just what it is. And pro is just really good if you just using it to like get a bailout. So if you're only doing like a spin jumper like 1 or twice a game, pro is probably the best one. But if you actually do shot creator animations a lot, I think Kyle Kuzma probably is the one for you, to be honest. Next is the spin jumper. The best spin jumper in the game is Dirk Nowitzki for bigs, in my opinion. I don't personally recommend any of these other ones. Normal is super nerfed this year. You cannot use pro on bigs. KD is the only other one I would even mention, and it's too slow in my opinion. I would say Dirk Nowitzki is the only one I would personally recommend. And then last but certainly not least, probably the most important, the most upgraded animation this year, the hop jumpers. The amount of things you can do with hop jumpers this year. You can change dribble moves with it. You can speed boost out of it. You can shoot off of it, or you can take ankles with it. So yes, hop jumper has a lot you can do, and it can really expand your bag in NBA 2K25. So yes, normal 2 is one of the best ones in the game. You can dribble chain with it. You can speed boost out of it. It's very, very good. The next ones I would probably say Jordan Clarkson. They nerfed it a little bit, but it's still very good for dribbling with. But I think the nerf it wasn't significant, but I think it did enough to knock it down from being one of the best. But Jordan Clarkson is still very good in my opinion. De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion, I use De'Aaron Fox like a change of pace. So I'll be dribbling one way and I'll use De'Aaron Fox to be a change of pace, but I'll use it to go one way and fake that way and go the other with a speed boost. So I really like this. So like if you're like have like a Ja Morant build where you really want to get downhill, a Shea build, or a De'Aaron Fox build, or just a slashing build, it's very good. But even if you don't have that, if you have a shooting build that also has finishing, it's even more overpowered for you. So De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion, is one of the best hop jumpers in the entire game, not just for guards. Next, James Harden. James Harden is just ridiculous. The amount of ways you can use it, the space you create off of shooting off of it, you can speed boost out of any of these, you can dribble chain out of any of these. It's very, very, very good. James Harden is very, very good. I don't know if I'm going to give y'all any more because Kyle Lowry and De'Aaron Fox is really all you need. I'm going to be honest if you're a guard. Kyle Lowry creates the most space. De'Aaron Fox is the better change of pace. That's bars, though. That's really bars right there, though. But yeah, Kyle Lowry creates crazy space. Let me see. Is there anything else? Trae Young is good. Trae Young is very, very good. Like, if you want a very balanced, all-around, give you a lot of different animations, you can dribble out of, you can chain, you can shoot off of, Trae Young is very good. So, yes. But I personally would say the two best ones, hands down in the game for guards, would be De'Aaron Fox, Kyle Lowry. That would be the best hop jumpers in the game. And then we got the hop jumpers. Hop jumpers is not complicated this year, in my opinion. Only thing that kind of complicates it is pretty much that you can do so many different things with a hop jumper. You can speed boost out of a hop jumper. You can combo with a hop jumper. You can shoot off a hop jumper. Like, you can do so many different things with it. It's just that simple. What I say about hop jumpers is the most underrated thing is about creating space with it. Even if you don't shoot off of it, you can do like a combo of using it for dribbling and using it to shoot off of and using it to speed boost. And that's what I like about it, is that you can go about it so many different ways. So, normal 2 is really good for doing combos. Jordan Clarkson got nerfed after season 2 or season 1, but it's still pretty good in my opinion for using combos. So I would still recommend it if you want to use it for combos. But then I like Harden a lot because it's literally what I was saying. You can speed boost, you can use it to create space, you can use it to combo with, you can use it to shoot off of. It doesn't really matter. It's good for all those different ways, in my opinion. Now, to go alongside that, it's a couple solid ones. I'm not gonna lie. You got, I believe Jalen Green was actually pretty solid. Jalen Green is solid. I'm trying to think. Dylan Brooks is actually a solid one as well, but it's just a little slow. And then you got the Drew Holidays. But for the most part, I probably would say James Harden, Jordan Clarkson, and normal 2. A lot of these you honestly could get away with using, but those are the ones I probably would personally just recommend, just to be safe and honest. And then last but not least, for the actual shot creative animations, before we get into the big man animations, the hop jumpers. Hop jumpers, there's so many ways you can go about using it, but when it comes to bigs, it's not as versatile as the other builds. Normal 2, if you want to be able to combo and speed boost out of your stuff, normal 2 probably is the best one for bigs. If you want to shoot off yours, Dirk Nowitzki is very, very good to shoot off of. If you want to do a combination of everything, Jokic is very good. It's just one of the harder ones in the game to shoot off of, in my experience. But it is very good for everything else if you want to do that with it. So if you want to dribble off of it, combo with it, you want to do, just create space with it, Jokic is very good for all those. And then you got Pascal Siakam, which is also very good. Probably the most underrated one for bigs, I would say, Pascal Siakam. And those are the hop jumpers for NBA 2K25 that I would personally recommend, but it's also not very much. The shot creative animations, you kind of could understand that it's not much. That's why I will be throwing in the post score animations for big man. All right, next is the dribble pull-ups. Now, dribble pull-ups, it can get a little interesting because you got the starter 4 animations and you got the animations that I do think are the best ones in the game. Pro 2, in my opinion, is my favorite dribble pull-up. Now, the reason why I like it the most is because my fade going left is similar to my fade going right. My fade going right is similar to my fade going left. I am a muscle memory person. The 2K has thoroughly tried to nerf me year in, year out with these shot visual cues, these RNG jump shots. I heard that they kind of calmed down on it. I don't know if that's true or not, to be honest, playing the game, but I've heard some people say that. But yes, Pro 2 is the best one in my opinion in the entire game because when I'm going left or right, it's the same consistency. Normal 2 is another very good one. It's probably the best green one to one or easiest one to time, but they're so different when you go left or right. That's why I like Pro 2 more. But normal 2, especially if you're going to your strong hand, in my opinion, is the smoothest fade in the game. But when you go into your opposite hand, it's one of the wildest animations in the game, one of the hardest one to contest. It's just so different from the main one that it throws me off sometimes. Next, Devin Booker is okay. Stephen Curry is good. Stephen Curry is actually good. This is another one that if you go in left or right, it kind of is similar. It kind of is a little slower, but it is somewhat similar. Pro 2 is kind of slower going the other way, but it is similar. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, Stephen Curry is good. Tyler Hero, shout out to bro in real life. You know, he been hooping. I'm just saying. Yeah, Ben McLemore is a Burns. It's a Burns. Cam Thomas, man, base. Dribble pull up, it don't matter. 2K went stupid with bro animations this year. So yes, Cam Thomas, Ben McLemore, Tyler Hero, Stephen Curry, but mainly Pro 2, Stephen Curry, Normal 2, Cam Thomas. Those are the ones that you really need to worry about. All right, next is the dribble pull up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna say this every single one. Normal 2, Pro 2. Those are really just automatic, solid, set it, forget it. You don't have to worry about it too much. I like Pro 2 more than Normal 2 because it's literally differentiates between going left or right the least. Now, other solid dribble pull-ups. You got Kobe Fade. Kobe Fade is very, very popular for a reason. People love it. Devin Booker. Devin Booker is very, very good. You can use this on guards and swings, by the way. Kobe Bryant, I really liked a lot last year. I have a lot of people commenting Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is cool. It's cool. It kind of reminds me of how people was kind of saying DeRozan. It's good, but it's like, in my opinion, I would just rather use Pro 2 personally. But if you want to use KCP, go ahead. I guess speaking of DeMar DeRozan, you could use. Actually, no, I don't think you can, or I didn't buy it. But Tyler Hero is one that's really, really solid, and then Michael Jordan. In my opinion, bro, being honest, I personally would just use Pro 2 or Normal 2. You can then go Kobe, then I'd probably say Michael Jordan, then I'd probably say KCP. But if you're a three-point shooter guy, MJ might be the best one. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, those are the dribble pull-ups, the fade animations I personally would recommend. Next is the dribble pull-ups. Now the dribble pull-ups, it does get a little bit more understandable what it is. You got Normal 2, Bam, who I actually think you do get from Starter 4. It's been so long since I hit Starter 4. I don't even remember if you get this for Starter 4, but I do believe you do get this for Starter 4, and Kevin Durant. In my opinion, those are the only 3 I personally recommend. Now, there were some other ones when I was testing, like Chet, Laurie, that was actually not awful if you utilize them the right way. But I would personally just stick to just KD, Bam, and Normal 2. Bam is actually not bad at all. It's actually very solid. It goes left and right around the same, but I would still probably use Normal 2 above it. I would probably put my order Normal 2, Bam, then KD. And KD is one of my favorite all-time dribble pull-ups in 2K history. It's been kind of the same thing for years, and it's still pretty good even with some added animation they threw in it from the little... Now, when it comes to the best guard jump shots in NBA 2K25. Now, we're going to go over a couple different ones, but for the most part, I'm going to keep this cool, calm, and smooth. Now, like I said, when it came to the shot time and visual cue, it is going to all be determined on which one you use. Because some releases are not going to go well with set point, and some releases are not going to go well with release and push. Jump doesn't really matter what you got on, to be honest. It's really based off your feet more than anything, so you're not even really looking at that. But yes, Cam Thomas, in my opinion, at this point in time of me recording this, is still the best base in the game. Now, the upper release one I don't use Oscar. I had been using Oscar and Steph. I was trying that. But in my opinion, still the best blendings together is Luka, Curry, in my opinion. Now, to go alongside that, I do go release. I did say that when I was going over it. Release is what I'm using. Release speed max and 60-40. Sometimes I do blend it more so to Curry, but in my opinion, for the green window, the visual cue, I feel like this is literally the perfect balance for what I want to use on my Cam Thomas jump shot. Now, the next best jump shot I personally like to use is Delano Banton. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing. Delano Banton, Luka Doncic, Stephen Curry, very quick, release speed max, 60-40. I use this on my lock. I have a new build that has an 83 3 ball, but it's like very, very balanced. And I have my 99 drive and dunk build that has an 83 3 ball, and this is the exact jump shot I use. I'm so good. I'm almost better shooting on those builds than I am on this build. So yes, I would definitely recommend Delano Banton, Luka Doncic, Stephen Curry, very quick, 60-40. Simple as that. It is green. Bing. Next, Patty Mills. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of coming around to Patty Mills, especially release. If I'm using set point up push, I don't know how y'all time that joint. I don't. Literally, the release is like after he gets to his peak. It's like in the middle of you getting to your peak, he's doing the release. It's like he's jumping and shooting at the same time. It's so different than pretty much all the other bases that are, in my opinion, the best ones in the game. So it throws me off, but for the most part, it's still a very good base, especially if you're using release, and I definitely would recommend it. And I would probably say in terms of green windows, it is one of the better green windows jump shots for guards. It's just so different from the other bases that I personally prefer that I don't like it to the same magnitude, but I have gotten used to it more so than I was. So I would definitely recommend it. All right, so hopping into it, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I'm not trying to put too many different things in these jump shot videos because I don't want to confuse nobody. I feel like the more I put in terms of different jump shots, the more people kind of get confused on what I'm saying. So I'm gonna have some highs, I'm gonna have some lows, and I'm gonna have the best. Let's get into it. So in my opinion, the best low rated jump shot in the game for swings, it's not extremely low, but it's the Kevin Huerter, Luka Doncic, and Tavis Caldwell-Pope. Now, I like to use release right now. My shot visual cue fluctuates based on how I'm feeling and if I take a break from playing the game too long. So that's just what it is. One point I was really consistent with push, then I moved to set point. I'm really right with release because I'm not gonna lie, I do not like visual cues. I'm a muscle memory person. 2K patch me. I'm trying to adapt. I've adapted enough, but it's still stupid enough. Stupid in my opinion. Shout out to 2K25. But yeah, Kevin Huerter, in my opinion, 83 3 ball is low rated for me. If you need anything lower, I'm gonna be honest, for swings, it's a little bit more difficult than it is on guards, in my opinion, because I think the swings in comparison to the guards is good. I just don't think they're on the same level in terms of the numerous amounts you can use for guards. But yes, Kevin Huerter is the jump shot we're gonna go with here. Now, the next low rating, Delano Banton. I'm gonna push Delano Banton to the world break. Delano Banton, Luka, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. If you see my guards, I like running Luka and Curry on the substitute for Curry, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At one point, y'all see me using Brandon Popzimski. I like Luka as my first release right now, especially on 25 with the visual cues. And I go 60-40 release, max speed on all my jump shots. So I want to make sure that's covered. But yes, this is another jump shot that you need at 83. I do have one that's lowered. but I'm going to bring that up when I talk about a different jump shot because it's pretty much the same jump shot as the jump shot that's a really high rating. So we're going to get into that, and y'all probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen one of my jump shot videos or not. Next, let's go over T-Mac. Jarrett Culver. T-Mac is not in the game, the best equivalent to T-Mac is pretty much Jarrett Culver. It does have a high requirement for a low time and stability, but if you like these slow, I'm not gonna diss it. I'm gonna just say if you want T-Mac on a swing, here you go, green bean. And then let's get into it. Okay, so right here, Ray Allen. In my opinion, green windows. In my opinion, Ray Allen is the best jump shot for swings for green windows. That's why you saw also best. But as of right now, I usually say this is the best one for swings. As of right now, I would rather a different jump shot. Just me being honest. I think it's just better for release, the one I like. But I think Ray Allen is good on every single one. I'm not gonna lie, jump, I can't do it. I literally can't do it. But Luka Doncic, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 60-40, very quick release. Come on, bro. Now, the reason why we waited to show this is because you've seen the requirement for Ray Allen. You need an 89. I think you need a 90 rating to even put Ray Allen on in general. The lock version. You only need a 73 rating. Look at the jump shot. It's the exact same jump shot. Literally. It's the exact same jump shot. It's the same. So you're getting Ray Allen base with the way lower requirement. The only hit is going to be the time and stability. And I won't lie. You definitely feel that when you're using the joint compared to using Ray Allen. So, yeah. It might also be slightly slower. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think Ray Allen is faster. I'm not going to cap. But at the same time, bro, it's literally the same thing. It's just literally the same thing. You're going to take that hit being slower. You're going to take that hit, smaller green window, for the cheaper cost. It's simple as that. Now, in my opinion, the best jump shot in the game for swings, Matt Ryan. I wasn't crazy about it early on in the year. Now, a lot of people like pushing Jalen Tyson. You got the MPJs, you got the KDs. But in my opinion, Matt Ryan, right now today, in my opinion, is the best base in the game for swings. Luka Doncic, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, very quick, 60-40, release. Simple. That's my jump shot right now. If I'm running anything, that's my jump shot. I can use it on my 6'6" because the requirement on it, 85. That's all you need. All you need is that 85. I can use this on my 6'6". I use this on a lot of different builds. I really do like it a lot. All right, so we got 4 or really 5 different jump shots at 5 different price points. So you can really say it's 10, but we're going to go over these as quick, as fast as possible for y'all boys, not wasting no time. So we're going to start it off with if you have a low rated jump shot. In my opinion, this is one of the best jump shots in the game. Isaiah Roby, shout out to bro. Michael Porter Jr., G.G. Jackson. Very quick, 60-40. At this point, I was using set point, but now I would put it to release. It's that simple. But yes, this jump shot is very green bean, and it's very good. And when I'm saying low, anything 83 3 ball and under is pretty much what I would consider low. Anything above that, I would probably say is one of the best ones in the game. Simple as that. So yeah, simple as that. Now, to go alongside that, let's go with the 5th best jump shot in the game. Mike Muscala, MPJ, G.G. Jackson, 60-40. Now, this one is just a really, really good jump shot. If you're a big, you're not going to really be putting the ball on the floor too much. If you're a spot up, this is one of the best jump shots in the entire game. You're going to have a really good green window. It's going to be very easy to time. And again, everything is really what I would do. except for the set point. I don't use set point anymore. I do use release. So that's just what it is. But yes, very, 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 very good jump shot. Now, to go alongside that, let's go ahead and give y'all another good one. Davis Bertans, however you want to say bro name, or how you say bro name correctly. Hopefully I'm saying it right. But yeah, set point, I don't use that anymore. Release, but for the most part, release speed, 60-40, you kind of get the gist of the releases at this point. That's the jump shot. 85 is what you need for the jump shot. Simple as that. Now, to go alongside that, let's go back to low. Second low, Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell has been a really, really good base in the game for the past 2 years, in my opinion. Going alongside that, I did go Jaren Jackson, GG Jackson on this one with max speed release and then 60-40. You can do Jaren Jackson, GG. You can do MPJ, GG. It does come down to you. I did go faster on this because it's just nice to have it, to be honest. It is a little bit slower of a base compared to the last two, but yeah, that's just what it is. Now, to go alongside that, let's go back to more of the best jump shots, or the best for just over 83. Paolo is actually another really solid jump shot. The only thing I don't like about it is it does have a little bit of a hitch, but for the most part, a lot of these bigs gonna have somewhat of a hitch. MPJ, GG, very quick, 40-60, and then I will use release now, max release speed, and then 60-40. It is very simple. Simple as that. Now, going back to low, Zeke Naji. Shout out to bro. I don't even know if he's on a team anymore. If he is, I thought he got moved from the Nuggets, but he might still be on the Nuggets. I don't know. But yeah, I will use release, max speed, 60-40, MPJ, GG Jackson. You kind of get the gist at this point. This is just a very, very solid all-around jump shot. Now, second best jump shot in the game for like the above 83. This is literally right at 83, so you could really say it's in between. Jabari Smith, Jaren Jackson, GG Jackson, very quick, 60-40, smooth, green bean. If you're a spotter, you're going to be nice with it. If you want to play with it like dribble, quick stops, all that type of stuff, yes, it's still going to be good. Jabari Smith. Now, to go alongside that, the best for like the over 83s, MPJ, Jaren Jackson, GG, max release speed, 60-40. So you kind of see what I'm saying. So yeah, now, let's go ahead and give y'all what I believe is the actual best jump shot in the game. Bismack Biyombo. Yes, it has F time and stability. Yes. But this is literally, in my opinion, in my experience of using all these jump shots, I personally recommend this jump shot the most. Bismack Biyombo is green bean. It is. Jaren Jackson, GG, very quick, 60-40. Now, the most underrated out of all of these probably would be the Mike Muscala, but Bismack Biyombo, in my opinion, is the best base in the game for bigs. And yes, I know a lot of people love using Jonathan Isaac, so I will throw it in the video. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. I'm not going to extend the video too long just because that's the video. Y'all do want... Alright, and last but not least, now, I was going to put the Russell Westbrook jump shot I use, but it's pretty much the same releases, same blendings. So that's just what it is. So if you want another extra one for the road, Russell Westbrook. But last but not least, I won't lie. The build I low-key shoot the wildest on is my D-Wade jump shot. Now, the reason why I say the wildest is because it has the lowest 3-ball. It has the lowest 3-ball of any build I use, whether it be a guard, a swing, or a big. But I have a 90 mid-range, so I pretty much get every jump shot. So I'm going to show you guys what I use on this. I use Cam Thomas, Stephen Curry, Oscar Robinson, 75-25 push. And even with me gotten used to release, I can go back to this jump shot and I swear it is green bean. I don't understand what's going on here. I checked my my hot zones. I lost my hot zones because they reset. Because when I did the banger week, I was gone for like 2-3 weeks and I didn't even play the game. I came back. It was kind of off. I had to get back used to shooting. D-Wade, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So yeah, I would personally recommend this one the most out of all of them. I don't know if it's my build. I don't know. But like I said in my 6-3 build video, it just don't feel like there's a point of me making a Shea or an Ant build when my D-Wade build is so similar and I'm just so good with it. So Expect some gameplays with this build very soon. If y'all do want more of these videos, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We got more coming out every single day. I just gave y'all the patch notes, so if y'all do want to see the patch notes for Season 5, go ahead and watch that. I pretty much gave y'all all the animations for every single build, whether they were guard, swing, big man, jump shots, dunks, layups, dribble moves, all that. But yeah, that's going to be the video. If y'all do want more, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff out the way. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out of it, man.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.